love.
Give me my son!
Just stay away. Come on, back off.
Please give me my card back. Give it back to me.
No.
Give it back to me.
No! I'm going to keep it. I feel really sorry for Hilda. It must be terrible being your wife. Terrible.
Niwache hii ngunia moja ndakuletea pesa jioni.
Wewe washa, cash only.
Sasa nitafanya nini? Umejaribu megadola wewe? Wewe umejaribu kashinda. Nani atagoje hadi wiki mzima draw ifanywe? Mama Mega.
Draw megadola lottery inatangazwa after every 4 minutes. Kitu unahitajika kufanya, uchague tu namba zako.
4 minutes are enough to win big with Megadola. Just go to Lipa na M-Pesa, select pay bill, enter business number 295888, enter account name KBC. Deposit 10 shillings or more, enter your PIN and press OK, then choose 10 numbers from 1 to 80 and send to 29588. And you can win up to 30 million shillings every 4 minutes. Deposit, play and win with Megadola. Big game for big winners.
The National Commission for Science, Technology and Innovation's functions include registration of research institutions and licensing of research. All individuals engaging in research activities outside universities and research institutions must have a research license. Further, any person who establishes or operates a research institute without obtaining a certificate of registration commits an offence and shall be liable on conviction to a fine not exceeding 1 million shillings or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 2 years or both. It is illegal to undertake research activities without authorization. For more information, visit www.nacosti.go.ke. Science for prosperity.
Mimi naitwa Simon. I'm a radio producer and a presenter. Hii ni story ya struggle yangu. Life kampo ilikuwa ngori, lakini nilijikaza. Hustle yangu ilikuwa kuuza nguo za mitumba, ndo angalau nijisustain. Niliraukia soko Mangware alafu na changamkia Mbuku baadaye. Masomo ni muhimu kujiendelesha na hii maisha ya siku hizi. Ilibidi nichukue loan ya HELB ndo inisaidie kulipa fees na vitu kama hizo. Nilikazana mpaka nikagraduate. Sasa niko works, nafanya my dream job. I pay back my loan to HELB monthly via M-Pesa pay bill number 200-800. ID number yangu ndo account number yangu. The hustle continues.
Higher Education Loans Board, empowering dreams.
Well, a good evening to you. Welcome. This is Channel 1 Weekend, the Saturday edition. Thank you so much for creating time to join us as we bring you up to date on the day's happenings and, of course, what has been happening in the entire week right within the country as well as beyond our borders. And, of course, being the Saturday edition, that tells you we have a lot of sports stories coming your way right from our broadcasting house right here, ready in studio. I can see Richard Munga ready with his panel of experts. We have an interview right there for you, but of course you have to stand by to get to know what we are discussing tonight. So much lined up for you, but first we take a look at the day's highlights.
Na hakuna ile story ati mtu anakimbia kotini ati anaenda kusema mimi nataka kushikwa nipatie anticipatory bail. Kama wewe ni mwizi, umekubali umeiba, unakimbia kotini badala ya kwenda kufungwa ati unaenda kuomba bail usifungwe. They must pay.
Revelations of massive corruption within government departments roundly condemned. No respite yet as effects of ongoing rains continue to be felt across the country. And a divided opinion over ongoing clamor for constitutional review. And welcome back. This is Channel 1 Weekend. I am Rose Gakueno. Sun language interpreter is Lucy Mora. Kindly do interact with us via social media platforms. On Twitter, it's at KBC Channel 1. Tweet us directly. You can also tweet me at Rose_Gaku. While you can write us a message beginning with where you're viewing us from on 22162 right on your screens. Once again, 22162, and on Facebook it's at KBC Channel 1. Channel 1 Weekend begins. Pressure continues to mount on the government to act firmly on perpetrators of corruption amid revelations that billions of shillings could have been lost through dubious deals at the National Youth Service and the National Cereals and Produce Board. Deputy President William Ruto appeared to blame the judiciary for alleged leniency, even as opposition leader Raila Odinga called for concerted efforts to rid the country of graft.
Revelations that the National Youth Service has lost close to 9 billion shillings through corruption in the latest scandal, and a further 1.2 billion shillings at the National and Cereals Produce Board means scam continue to elicit heated debate. Deputy President William Ruto, while in Gilgil Saturday, reiterating that no one, regardless of their status in the society, will be spared in the ongoing fight against corruption.
Wow, juu chini, safari hii hawawezi kukwepa kuwajibika kwa ile wizi wameendesha katika NYS. They must pay.
Ruto admitted that the emerging cases were tarnishing the name of the government and derailing various development plans.
Na mambo ya prosecution, they have no reason why they should not prosecute anybody, because the president and I, we have given firm instruction. Whatever the officials, whoever they are, whatever their connection, they must be prosecuted.
He took issue with the courts for issuing anticipatory bails to corruption suspects, terming it as an obstacle against the war on graft.
Kama wewe ni mwizi, umekubali umeiba, unakimbia kotini badala ya kwenda kufungwa ati unaenda kuomba bail usifungwe. Sasa nani atafungwa kama mkora ameenda kotini asifungwe? How is that going to work?
And in the wake of uncharacteristic silence by opposition leader Raila Odinga on corruption allegations, the opposition leader finally weighing in on the matter with a call to find a permanent solution to bane of corruption.
Dawa ya kudumu ya ufisadi tutatafuta. Watu wako wameongea mara mingi. Zile agenda ambao baba na Uhuru ambao wameweka ya kumaliza ufisadi ni muhimu na tunataka kuona kutoka kuanzia wiki hii watu wanafikishwa kotini.
Raila saying that graft continued to weigh down on the country's economy, adding that efforts to rid the country of the ghost of corruption was a key ingredient during the unity talks with President Kenyatta.
Ufisadi imezidi katika taifa letu. Hii tulitambua ukienda pale moja ya 9 points ya MOU ambayo tumeweka chini mambo ya ufisadi.
The state of affairs in the country attracting round condemnation from political leaders.
Mimi nilipeleka mahindi yangu 6 months ago kwa Sirio. Mpaka saa hii majority leader sijalipwa. Mimi Kipchumba sijalipwa.
Kama taifa hili swala la ufisadi ni donda sugu ambalo lazima tuweze kupambana nalo.
Corruption in Kenya have become more dangerous, more than cancer, HIV, AIDS, malaria, Ebola, Al-Shabaab, Al-Qaeda, Munkiki, all of them combined.
140, 160.
The outrage coming as even the Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mwangi Kinjuri, in whose docket the National Cereals and Produce Board falls, dismissed calls to step aside over the 1.2 billion shillings alleged scandal at the National Cereals and Produce Board.
And I will not be intimidated. And I want to say this clear signal. This information should reach those leaders who always think they can intimidate ministers. I've been a member of parliament. I'm not going to allow you to do your populist politics with the common wananchi.
On Friday, a section of political leaders, while demanding thorough investigations on deals at NCPB, told the agriculture CAs to hang his boots over the scandal. Samson Kitavi, Channel 1 News.
Away from that, the Ministry of Education has announced new measures as it seeks to prevent plunder of public resources by unscrupulous individuals. Education CS Amina Mohammed says her ministry is investigating a number of schools over irresponsible use of financial resources, warning that action will be taken against those found culpable. Cases of misappropriation of school funds received from either the government or parents in learning institutions have remained rife, despite the government committing enormous resources towards reform in the sector. The government even introducing the National Education Management Information System used for the registration of the institutions, staff, learners online to track their progress, performance and financial reports as it seeks to seal all loopholes. But even as the measures take root, Education Cabinet Secretary Amina Mohammed is now putting school heads and boards of management on notice. Speaking during a prize-giving ceremony at Kiambu High School, Amina said her office has since commenced investigations over possible misuse of public funds meant for the sector.
We will actually not hesitate to take stern action against those that are reported to have embezzled resources that are meant for our children. And maybe I should also tell you that currently there are investigations that are ongoing in a number of schools over prudent use of financial resources. I'd also request the Board of Management and all boards in the country to make sure that they also monitor the use of government resources.
In education, we are going to make sure that we support our schools 100%, and we also make sure that we support the weak parents to pay their fees. So far since I came, in this financial year 2017-2018, we have given bursaries so far.
Amina, at the same time, warning drug dealers preying on vulnerable children that their time is up, even as she lauded ongoing war on illicit brews spearheaded by the Kiambu County government. Rose Gakwofu, Channel 1 Weekend. Families in Kayo village, Kangema, will spend the night in the cold following a landslide that destroyed their houses as heavy rains continue to wreak havoc. One of the victims reported that her spouse's graveyard was ruined owing to the earth's movement. The tragedy comes as the Meteorological Department has warned of sustained heavy rains over the next 5 days.
Heavy rains continue to sweep through the country indiscriminately, leaving behind a trail of destruction. And in the latest prediction from the Meteorological Department, the weatherman is warning of sustained heavy rains throughout the weekend and into next week. True to its predictions of expected landslides in parts of central Kenya, a section of Kangema residents are reeling from the after effects of a landslide that left them homeless. They are counting losses as entire plantations were destroyed.
Tangu tukae hapa hakuna madhara kama tumeona kama hii tumeona leo. Hii mporomoko ilianza hapa juu, tukaona ikipomboka kidogo kidogo, alafu ikakuja hapa nyumbani na tukaona imesidi, tukaona tafadhali tuhame.
Mary Njoki Kimunyu, who is among those affected following the landslide, she says her husband's graveyard was destroyed following the landslide.
Kaburi ya mume wangu imeenda uko ndani kwa hii mafuriko. Sasa sijui ni mambo hii inaweza daje kwa sababu.
In the neighboring Mathioya constituency, 4 landslides have occurred in different homes.
Tungeomba watu wale tunaishi katika hii area tuweze kufika hapa katika jengo hili kesho ili tubomoe hizi bidhaa ili ziweze kuharibika.
Moses Mbarire's 2-acre piece of land where he had planted tea, his house and other food crops were destroyed. The tragedy comes as residents in Embu planted 1,000 trees as part of afforestation efforts at Njukiri Forest. The trees are planted in partnership with the local water company, aimed at building the county's forest cover to eliminate erratic weather patterns in the region and boosting agricultural production.
But now we have destroyed our wetlands, we have destroyed our trees. We are now 3% less than what we should have, because the whole land minimum 10% for us to enjoy good climate.
So Caroline Kamar reporting for Channel 1 Weekend.
Thanks to you, Caroline Kamau, for that comprehensive report. Divided opinion continues to characterize public hearings on proposed amendments to the Constitution. National Assembly's Justice and Legal Affairs Committee is conducting the hearings across the country as it seeks the input of Kenyans over proposed changes in election dates, as well as the two-third gender rule that has threatened to derail House business.
It was yet another effort by the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee of the National Assembly to reach out to members of the public over the proposed change of the general election date from the month of August as stipulated in the Constitution to the month of December. The committee also seeking public views on the proposed two-thirds gender rule that seeks to bridge the gap between the number of male and female legislators both at the national and county levels. Residents of Mombasa taking the chance to ventilate on the matter. Here, the team led by the Raka Member of Parliament Gitonga Murugara, hearing of tribulations faced by women in the murky waters that is politics.
Two-thirds of the either gender hatuipingi hii bill kabisa, kwa sababu itusaidie sisi kwa wakati huu kina mama. Shida tu tungetaka muweke pale kipengee cha kutusaidia ni kwamba party nominations zimekuwa vichinjio na cash cow.
Na hii safari tulianza kitambo kuanzia 2009 tukapitisha kwenye katiba na katiba ikaweza kutupa vipengele kama kina mama, lakini mpaka saizi bunge imetu let down, both bunge kuu na bunge ya Senate mmetuangusha sana, kwa sababu mpaka sasa mmeshindwa kututungia hii bill na kuweza kuipeleka ipite ianze kufanyiwa kazi.
It was the same script, different cast in Isiolo County when a team led by Committee Vice Chair Alice Wahome toured the area.
lakini kuna ukarabati inafaa kufanyiwa pale, kwa sababu ikienda kwa wiki ya 3 kulingana na vile msemaji amesema, itaadhiri sikukuu ya wengine ambayo ni Krismasi. Kwa hivyo sio wiki ya 3 ya Desemba, iwe ni early December.
Hivyo ninaomba hiyo kusizungumzia sana Madam Chair, kwa sababu wale wamefika huko bunge wameonyesha kwamba women are equally able kwa mambo yao ya uongozi.
On two sides, mimi sina pingamizi yoyote, na iunga mkono na ninapendelea iwe implemented, but mostly iwe on elective positions. Sio kina mama wanakuwa nominated, alafu wale wanakuwa nominated pengine hawana hiyo masomo, hawana hiyo knowledge ya kuendesha hiyo kazi.
The 2/3 gender principle bill was tabled by Majority Leader Aden Duale, while the proposed change of election date is a private member's bill sponsored by Kenini Member of Parliament Chris Wamalwa.
This year's Matter Hatron took place in Nairobi as participants sought to raise 200 million shillings to cater for heart surgeries for needy children. First Lady Margaret Kenyatta, who presided over the annual event, lauded Kenyans for their generosity, urging them to dedicate more resources towards the noble cause.
The First Lady braved the morning chill to join fellow enthusiasts in this year's edition of the Matter Hatron, which was flagged off at the Kenyatta International Convention Center. The event that kicked off at 7 a.m. saw several roads closed to pave way for the event that aims at raising close to 200 million shillings in efforts to raise funding to cater for needy children around the country. The First Lady commended the Mater Hospital for continually sustaining the program for more than a decade, noting the increasing number of children currently benefiting from the initiative.
Because of your commitment and generosity, over 3,000 cardiac surgeries have been carried out on children who have had no other way of affording these life-saving procedures. I hope you will be spurred on by the knowledge that the heart of giving is caring and compassion, and that is what you have all shown today.
Since its inception in 1995, more than 200 children have undergone specialized heart surgeries every year.
I had a heart problem and I was taken to Mater Hospital and I was operated, and now I'm feeling good. I thank God that I'm okay, and I thank for the doctors, they have healed me.
For children like Rita who benefited from last year's Heart Run, the gesture presents an opportunity to have a normal life.
I used to feel that I can't play or I can't write, and I was feeling bad because I can't play with my friends. And now I can play with my friends and I can write.
An opportunity which Mater Hospital CEO Professor Dominic Wanja says the facility remains ever committed to sustain.
We will continue to take care of our poor, our young, and our elderly, and the generosity of each one of you has made it possible for these young people that you see here to have a full life.
Vitalis Nyagol, Channel 1 Weekend.
The cost of power is set to come down significantly within the next 3 months as construction works for the Suswa and Loyangalani power stations kicks off in earnest. Kenya Electricity Transmission Company today received a consignment of equipment including insulators and transformers worth over 6 billion shillings, with the power project scheduled to be completed by end of August.
Kenya Power Company has been on the spot in the recent days amid claims of inflated power bills and perennial outages. But Kenyans might soon be enjoying low electricity charges with the completion of the Suswa Loyangalani power line expected by August 31st this year. Over 1,100 containers carrying insulation materials and transformers valued at 6 billion shillings arrived today at the port of Mombasa from China.
To date, we have some 1,100 containers coming from China, and these are basically the material that we are going to use on Suswa Loingalani, that is Turkana to Suswa. We have cables, conductors, insulators, transformers.
Ketraco Chair James Rengi saying the materials will be transported to the inland container depot in Nairobi using the standard gauge railway with the project in its last phase.
SGR is helping Kenya. I don't know how we can explain it, but if containers can arrive here and within 24 hours it's already in Nairobi going to Turkana, what else do you need? SGR is working, and we thank the President.
Meanwhile, the Kenya Ports Authority has received 2 cranes from China.
Today we are receiving the 2, and by the end of June we'll be receiving the other 4. This will enhance the container handling capacity at Kenya Ports Authority and will also help in operations at the SGR.
The cranes with a price tag of 355 million shillings are part of the 6 purchased by KPA since 2016, with the rest expected in the country by end of June.
It clearly indicates that we are ahead of demand. We are building capacity ahead of demand so that we are able to support the increased volumes that passes through the port of Mombasa by providing not only the infrastructure but also the supporting equipment that will be able to allow us to manage more efficiently and more effectively and give proper service to all the port users.
For Channel 1 Weekend, I'm Emily K. Badi.
Well, thank you for keeping us company. We now take a very fast break right here on Channel 1 Weekend. And remember, we told you, being the Saturday edition, that means we have such a comprehensive piece right here for you from the sports desk with Richard Munga. And of course, we have experts in studio. I don't want to reveal what we're going to be talking about tonight, but it's definitely a topic that you do not want to miss out on. Kindly do stick by for that. Let's take that break first.
Unaweza fanya nini kwa dakika 4? Unaweza piga chef? Kila kitu ni mega. Unaweza pika ugali? Pesa hapa ni mega. Labda unaweza fua nguo? Ama unaweza tengeneza milioni 30. 4 minutes are enough to win big with Mega Dollar. Just go to Lipa na M-Pesa, select Pay Bill, enter business number 29588, enter account name KBC, deposit 10 shillings or more, enter your PIN and press OK, then choose 10 numbers from 1 to 80 and send to 29588. And you can win up to 30 million shillings every 4 minutes. Deposit, play and win with Mega Dollar. The big game for big winners.
I go crazy for Christ. He got me going.
Welcome back. Many thanks for keeping us company. This is Channel 1 Weekend. The government is set to launch an electronic tracking system as the fight against cattle rustling intensifies. Livestock Principal Secretary Harry Kimai says the new development will see the implanting of electronic chips on livestock, which will relay information to a central database. Details of these and other highlights in the County News Roundup.
The bane of cattle rustling in the country could soon be a thing of the past if an electric tracking system is set to be launched by the government is anything to go by. The project, the brainchild of the State Department of Livestock, seeks to enhance monitoring of cattle, especially among pastoralist communities where it remains a lucrative venture.
Tuko naenda kuintroduce livestock identification and traceability system ambaye itakuwa inawekwa kwenye masikio la ng'ombe. Ile ng'ombe ikiibiwa tunaweza jua hiyo ng'ombe ni ya mkulima yupi.
In Kiambu County, 3 suspected gangsters were shot dead in Juja as police in Kiambu intensify crackdowns targeting criminal gangs operating within the county and its environs. A Seska pistol, a homemade gun and 3 rounds of ammunition were recovered from the slain gangsters at Juja area in Kiambu County.
We're on highway patrol. This is a long, thick highway. And when they reached Kenol area in Murang'a County, they got information that a gang of robbers had just shot and injured a lot of the public. In the course of that, they were able to get the registration number of the vehicle and they pursued the vehicle from Kenol.
Meanwhile, Tharaka Nithi County government plans to set up information centers in a bid to market the county as a tourist destination. County Governor Muthomi Njoki says the region is endowed with natural resources, urging Kenyans to explore local tourist attraction sites to boost domestic tourism.
Wananchi wa Kenya, Kenya ni nchi kubwa. Na hakuna haja ya mtu kutoka hapa unaenda kutembea ng'ambo kabla kwanza hujajua kaunti yako.
Elsewhere, Mining and Petroleum Cabinet Secretary John Munya says the government will crack hard on illegal miners operating in the country. Speaking in Samburu County during a tour of manganese mining site, Munya said all those undertaking explorations across the country must first acquire requisite licenses before embarking on the trade.
You know what is happening in Migori? That the illegal investors who have not been licensed by my ministry. I want to tell them that the law is going to take its course. We will arrest, we will charge all illegal investors.
And Embu County has been challenged to privatize garbage collection following outcry by the business community who accused the administration of failure to clean up Embu town and its environs. Kirimari Ward MCA Maurice Nyaga says most of the county government garbage vehicles have stalled, further complicating their already sorry state. Finally, a family in Kisii County is yet to come to terms after an elderly man jumped in River Kuja and drowned. The family of the 60-year-old Yuvelis Mokomba from Mamonde village is struggling to retrieve his body from the fast-moving waters. River Kuja was on the spot recently after 2 governors escaped by a whisker from drowning in its raging waters after a footbridge caved in. For Channel 1 Weekend, I'm Wanjiko Wambiru.
Every 4 minutes is a chance for you to win big with Mega Dollar. Just go to Lipa na M-Pesa, enter paybill number 295888, account name KBC, and amount from 10 shillings or more. Then select your 10 numbers from 1 to 80 and send to 29588. You can win up to 30 million shillings. Start playing now and win. Mega Dollar. Big winners every 4 minutes.
The annual Kuza Awards, organized by Communication Authority to recognize and fit broadcaster who demonstrates excellence in their broadcast, was an epitome of success for Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. KBC Channel 1 excelled by scooping a total of 7 awards. KBC was the overall winner in the Persons with Disability Award category. First runners-up, My Kenyan Story Award category. First runners-up in the Children Programming Award category. First runners-up, Persons with Disability Award category. Second runners-up, Impact on Agriculture Award category. Second runners-up, Impact on Children Welfare Award category. Second runners-up on Youth, Women and Persons with Disability category. We want to thank our loyal viewers for their confidence in our broadcasting ethos. We will continue to endeavor to inform, educate, and entertain in line with our national values. KBC Channel 1. Kenya's watching.